Oh, that's a little better. I just pulled a dog tag. Can't find any sunlight. Grand Rapids again. This is, I think, number 5 out here. It's got a date. 1912. That is cool. That might be my oldest one out here. But that is a great first find. And without my shovel, I'll have to keep going here, even if I'm just using my hand digger. That's inspiring. I like that. Nice find. Oh man, I've been over and over this area. I'm not using beast mode now. I'm back in regular mode. And I had a signal that wasn't that great, but I dug it anyway. Look at that. Doesn't look like precious metal, but it's got a stone in it. Oh, that is cool. And that's a tiny little ring. Wow. Man, I am having a good day. A buffalo and now a ring? Man, I'm getting eaten alive by the mosquitoes, but I'm going to put up with it. Look at that. Finding a ring always is a good day. All right, I think I'll stick around for a little longer. Well, that's a downer. That is a cool spoon. But 1847 Rogers Brothers KS triple, meaning triple plate. Boy, that had me going, but is that a nice looking spoon or what? I don't care if it's plated. That one will go in my collection. That is a nice spoon. That'll probably shine up good too. That is a cool find. Well, I just picked a tick off me. The mosquito's about eating me up, so I'm going to start heading back in unless I get some more good signals on the way. All right, I am blown away. My first good find of the day. It's a 1907, and it's in pretty good shape. I haven't cleaned it up real well. I just pulled a date off it, so it came out of the ground. Good deal. Let's keep going, see if we can find something else. Well, I just had a really cool little find. Thought it was a piece of junk till I ran my finger over it. It's actually a little pin. It's got 2 flags on it, and then a shield in the middle. You can still see where the pin was on the back. I'm not real sure what flags those are. The one in the center looks like United States shield type deal. But I don't know, but that's really cool. And look how small that is. Smaller than my thumbnail. That is a cool find. Tiny little thing. Alright, I get home, I'll have to try to do a little research on that, see if I can figure out what that's all about. That's a cool find. I like that. Well, I've cleaned it up some. It does have some kind of a hallmark stamped on the inside, but I can't make it out. I'm guessing it's a bling ring, just because it looks like gold plating has been worn off on the outside. It's not worn on the inside, but it's worn off on the outside. So I'm pretty sure it's bling, but is that a cool find or what? Just when I'm about 40 feet from my truck where I park. All right, nice last find, even if it is a blinger. Man, do I love this place. After all that trash. Not only did I find silver, a barber dime, it is an 1898. I broke into the 1800s. No mint mark. Oh my gosh. I can turn around and go home right now. That just made my day. Another barber. Man, that is so cool. What a nice coin. Alright, I might keep going for a little bit, but it's starting to get warm out here now. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, this one's a little different. 50 cents with this coin will open $1 savings account, subject to savings bank, blah blah blah. Can't read the rest real well, but this is a bank in Grand Rapids. I can't see exactly which one. There was a couple of them that I've been finding these from. That is a good find, right next to a barber dime. I was just getting a little frustrated and about to start turning around, and I hit a hot spot. It's right within a couple feet of each other. All right, I guess I better check this area a little bit better. Nice. All right, let's keep looking. Wow. I really don't want to rub this too hard out here. Let me step into the sunlight somewhere if I can. Got some colors coming through on it. It's got gold gilting, and I can see some green along the edge and some white in the middle. A cool pattern. Wow. I like that better than the coins. Of course, I'm a relic guy, so the coins are great, but I love finding stuff like this. I've got a few of these already at home, 3 or 4 of them. But that one has a really cool pattern on it. Nice find. All right, that was hole number 6. 3, 5, and 6. Coin, cufflink. Man, crazy day. Tell you what, I'm freaking. Check it out. My first solid gold ring. I found gold-plated silver rings. I found silver rings. I've just found gold-plated everything. It has the initials RBR, 10 carat. And this ring is pre-1920s. So it's over 100 years old. And look at the size of that rock. This one will be going to a jeweler. If that's a real rock, that is a major bucket lister for me. That is a bucket lister anyway for me. But I am stunned. I walked away from this signal. I turned around and walked back to it. Man, am I glad I did. Amazing find. Look at the detail on there. Wow. I ain't gonna be able to top that one today. I gotta have that rock checked out. All right. Well, there it is. My first solid gold ring ever. Right next to it, 4 feet away, a gold-plated ring. Both over 100 years old. And that one has a big rock. Gonna have to get it checked out. Well, like always, I can't make it out of the woods. But look at that for a last find of the day. It's a big letter G. It looks like a watch fob with a horse's head on it. Gray's Tonic. Preventative. Makes them eat. The E.E. Gray Company. Hillsdale, Illinois. Wow, that is cool. What a find. I am loving that. I love watch fobs. That is a cool one. That'll definitely get displayed. Nice last find of the day. Wow. Alright, now I'll see if I can finish getting out of the woods. Well, I cleaned it up a little bit. See if I can get a good shot of it. Definitely a little Indian with bow and arrow. I don't know if this would be Boy Scout related or not. I am going to have to research it. Obviously a little pin. I don't really see any writing on the back. But is that cool or what? That could be my find of the day. I just got started. All right, let's keep going. I'm just standing here trying to clean this a little more with my thumb. It says Bank of Upper Canada on the front. And the guy with a horse, 1857. That is my oldest coin to date. Of course, it says token on it, but that's old currency from Canada. A half penny. That is a bucket lister if I've ever seen one. I guess I better quit looking at it and get back to hunting. Well, if you look right under the hole there, it looks like an A or possibly a V or a Roman numeral, but it almost looks like there's something next to it too. It said something on there, I'm not sure what, but that is a really cool key. I like that. All right, let's keep going. Oh man, I am blown away with this one. Grand Army of the Republic, 1861 to 1866, veteran. Whoa, that is definitely Civil War related. And look at the back of it. Circle of stars, a shield in the middle, like astrological type signs or something all the way around it. Wow. That is cool. That will not be beat out today. I don't care what else I find. I know the Grand Army of the Republic veterans met in Grand Rapids after the Civil War. But that's special. That is definitely Civil War related. Man, I'm going to be standing here just looking at this one for a while. That is super cool. And you notice the star is upside down. I don't know what kind of meaning that has, but it's the same on this side. And I'm not sure if that's Masonic when they have the star upside down like that, but I will be looking into it. Oh my gosh, that is just so beautiful. Wow. All right. I don't think I'm going to top this one today, but I'm going to keep looking. Wow, I don't believe it. I just swung over that hole again. I just found that metal right here, right next to it. Look at that. An eagle on two cannons with cannonballs underneath. There's a sword on the cannon. Obviously a pin. And look at that. There's still part of the ribbon. Now, the big question. Does that go with that? Found right next to each other. I've got to assume that was part of that. Oh man, that is so cool. I could quit hunting right now and be happy. That I'm going to have to definitely look into. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. All right, I sprayed this down and brushed it a little. I got to be careful with it. It's pretty fragile. It's crushed in on this side. It's got a little crack on this side. But it's a ruffed grouse, not a pheasant. From what I can tell anyway. And it's hollow. And I'm not sure why it's got this on the end. That's pretty odd. It looks like it's pewter. I found, lead soldiers out here in the past, and like I say, found a rabbit the other day that was solid lead or pewter. And now this thing, which is really cool. Flat on the bottom, it'll stand up, make a nice little display piece. I'll have to put it with my rabbit. All right, let's keep looking. Now, I just had a super loud screaming signal. And look what popped out of the hole. That cool or what? US on both sides. Wow, that's a nice find. That's an old timer too, you can just tell by the looks of it. Brass. Nice find. That's probably going to be my find of the day. I am liking that. Around the bottom it says Harlem Opera House. So it's a little advertising spoon for an opera house. Keith and Proctor. That is pretty cool. And it's old. I wish it were silver, but it's not. But man, that's a cool little baby spoon. All right, let's keep looking. Well, I'm just getting started polishing this with some polish and a rag and a lot of elbow grease. But it's starting to shine up. You can read the bowl now a lot easier. Reed City, Michigan. It's got a really cool pattern on it. And like I said, it had has a little crack in the handle right there, but it does say Sterling. But I'm gonna get it shined up. I got a display case full of silver stuff I found out at that site, and this will go with it. That's a really nice looking spoon. I wish it wasn't so mangled up. Alright, we'll see you on the next hunt. Maybe I'll put another pickup of this after I get it polished better. Just told myself this was my last signal for the day. It wasn't that great of a signal, but I'm heading back toward the truck. And I pulled this up, and it had an odd oblong shape to it, but it was really encrusted. And I started cleaning it up, and I think that's a tiny little lock. It's still kind of crusty. I'm going to have to clean it better. But I think that's what that is. That is so cool. That would be off maybe like a little jewelry box or something. But I might have to do a little electrolysis or something on this one. It's kind of crusty. But that is so cool. I've actually found something good today, out messing around with my other machine that I'm not used to. That is cool, and it's the smallest little lock I've ever found. That is great. I'll have some better pictures of it when I get it cleaned up. All right, see you on the next hunt. That is a beautiful first find. Look at that, red stone. It's got some fancy around it. They say it's missing the ball off the back, but wow, that's a great first find. I'm loving that. Here's the mystery item. It's heavy, it's solid, it's hooked to a chain. I don't see any splits in it where it might open. There may be a really slight crack along the top edge. It's got this little lever on it. Of course, it isn't moving. Little tab here on this side. I'm wondering if you open this way, if that tab comes in, and possibly that comes out. But if it is, it's sure a tight fit. And even if it does, what in the heck is that thing? I have never seen anything like that. I am truly baffled. Like I said, if anybody has any idea what that is, you gotta let me know, because this one's gonna bother me till I figure out what in the heck this thing is. It feels solid. I mean, like, it may be hollow inside, but I don't know. It's pretty heavy. What in the world have I got here? All right, let's move on. All right, I've done a little more research on this mystery item. I've discovered it has numbers on the top. I've oiled it some, so this moves. And when it does, this little bar, when it gets to a certain position, you can push that in with your thumbnail. I also looked on the back, and very lightly I can see root lock, and then patent pending at the bottom. Well, I looked up root lock. There was a guy, Dexter Root, who made all sorts of different types of padlocks, non-key locks. So this was, I'm guessing, a part of a lock. And when you hit the right series of numbers on it, it released this little lever, which I believe this came out and you were able to open the lock, or else it opened a hooked locking mechanism. This thing's been driving me crazy trying to figure out what it is. And I finally spotted that on the back after cleaning it up better. So this is a very part of a very old padlock. I'm assuming the chain was on it so you didn't lose the combination portion of the lock once you opened it. But that is what it is. I've gone online and I found quite a few examples of root locks that this guy developed. All sorts of weird looking shapes and sizes. But when I saw those numbers on the front, I started to wonder if that isn't a lock. And then when it got to a certain position, I could push that little bar in with my thumbnail, which is the release for the lock. Mystery solved. Now I'm trying to find a picture of what the rest of it looked like. I haven't found that yet, but if I do, I'll put it in the video. Okay, I just made another discovery. This is a padlock. It's only got 1, 2, 3, and 4 on it. When you turn the dial and hit the right combination, one end of this chain, this side is kind of loose, will pop out. That's how the lock works. This is all of it. It isn't part of a bigger lock. The chain is the lock. Now I have to figure out the right combination, and that's loose, and I've oiled it. If I can figure out the right combination, this pin will pop out, and it's still a functioning lock, which is so cool to me. I mean, this thing's been killing me trying to figure out what it is and how it works. Well, I've just figured it out. I found the old patent on it, and I figured out how it works. Now I just have to figure out the combination. And it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, there's only 4 numbers on it, but there's probably quite a few combination, I don't know. I'm just going to have to play with it till I get it to open up. We'll see if we can do it. It's a challenge to me now. Well, since the spoon, I've dug a couple ball jar lids. Had to take my coat off. It's actually warmer out today than I thought it was going to be. But man, did I just have something pop out of the ground. Wasn't the greatest signal, but boy, that looks $50 size, and I can see a bust on it already. What have we got? Oh man. Not quite sure yet. Well, let me read this thing, clean it up. I'll get back to you, but it looks like it's a British coin maybe, or Canadian. Let me check it out.